All right, people, welcome back to the channel. This is Comic Book Opinion. Making this week's videos of this week's pulls and reads of this week's comic books. Thanks for visiting the channel. Like every other video, I'm gonna just get right into it. So again, thanks for listening. So this week, a lot of good comic books. This one was okay. The One World Under Doom, issue number 3. I got the variant cover with the dinosaur. Sorry for the glare. I'm going to try to do it at an angle that it's not too much of a glare. But okay, so the first 2 issues was like mediocre. This is a big world event and it's not coming across that way. A lot of people have their opinions about this, but out of the 3 issues, this one was a little bit better than the other 2. This one kind of got together with the superheroes and they actually got into some kind of action, and they got more of the motive of what Dr. Doom is doing, and he's kind of manipulating them with a big mind trick to the superheroes and stuff like that. So yeah, this was okay. Tell me your, leave a comment and tell me your thoughts about what you feel about this title. But yeah, as a big world event, this is coming out mediocre, but this was okay. Deadpool and Wolverine. Issue number 4 with Strife. Okay, so I got the first 3 issues. I got this cover. I couldn't even find the other one, where they usually have Wolverine and Deadpool with a white background and they have them like really detailed. But I ain't mad with this cover. This is a really good comic book. It continues the story of what's going on with Strife, that he got locked up, buried, forgotten, and he finally like kind of broke out and he's trying to get his mask. Which makes him control his power more, because he has like a telepath kind of power that he can control other undead beings, and one of them is a big dragon kind of monster that he's riding, like a dinosaur monster, another dinosaur, right? And then also he has controlling all these dead, the dead. They're like zombies, and he's trying to have them fight over at Wolverine and Deadpool. Yeah, this was okay. Action packed, art is really good, transitions is good, the little banter between Wolverine and Deadpool were really good. But yeah, this was okay. Continuing the story, the overall story is really good, and it's the old school character of a villain. If you're familiar with Strife, he's a pretty cool character from the 90s. So yeah, this was good. At the end, it was kind of not too much of a twist, but Wolverine gets bitten and he kind of turns into this mind controlled zombie from Strife. And Strife is trying to manipulate these 2 guys to be their his assassin killers, but he needs that helmet. So that's what this whole issue was about. Yeah, it was pretty badass. Not bad. Bug Wars issue number 3 came out. This was really good. A lot of people are not feeling Bug Wars, and some people are. I'm one of those readers that kind of like this. There's a lot of narration and storytelling, and it kind of gets cluttered within the story, but the overall premise is really good. But the first 2 issues was kind of original and doesn't really fall into that trope of where certain people turn into like bugs and becomes a part of the bug world. But this one kind of started following the trope of like every ordinary kind of story that way, but a little bit different. It's very mature. A lot of craziness is going on, and I always forget the the character's name. I always want to call him Slayer, but I don't think his name is Slayer. Something to that. But yeah, he figures out that his father was a big deal in the bug world, and he passed down the amulet to him. And when he was very young, before his father died, his father was kind of grooming him or kind of teaching him the ways of the bugs and stuff like that. So he finally he realized that he's part of this bug world as the son of this godlike human being that was his father, that the bugs look up to. Yeah, it comes all to like fruition there. Kind of picks up the pace a little bit. Again, the art is good, the color's good, the world building is really fantastic in this book. But yeah, Bug Wars is good. I don't know how many issues they're gonna come out with, but I'm gonna get the whole series. So let me know what y'all think about that one. Okay, out of Alcatraz, issue number 2. All right, this was really good. This continued the story where back in the day there was a real life thing going on with Alcatraz where people did escape and they never found those people. They found like evidence of that, so it's a big mystery from back in the day. I don't know how old that story is. I don't think it might be from like the 30s, 40s, or 50s. But this is their fictional story pertaining to that world event, and it's pretty good. About 4 guys that escaped. One of them got left in prison. The 3 guys that were on the raft, they get thrown out. The one person that got thrown out, his brother's of one of the guys that escaped. So this is like the aftermath. The 2 guys that actually escaped, they had help from an outside source, which is this lady, and she's trying to get these guys to a certain point somewhere in America. I forgot what state they're in, but to help them build or become a worker. Anyways, they're trying to stay away from the law and all this other stuff. But the main dude ends up killing someone, so she has to help these 2 guys hide the body. This guy is the one brother of the one guy that got thrown off the raft by this dude. Come to find out that he survived. He swam and he kind of figures out where they stayed in the hotel, and he's kind of trying to find them. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty good. It reads like a TV show. A slow build, but it's there. The art is really good. The art matches the tone and the seriousness of the comic book. But yeah, this was good. Out of Alcatraz, issue number 2. Now, I don't know how many issues this is going to come out. But yeah, I think I might get the whole thing. It looks very promising. Alright, that was good. Okay, so I got Batman Hush number 1, issue 158 and 159. So this was really good. The art is not the same feel as you would get from a Jim Lee art, and Jim Lee is one of the most baddest ass artists out there, especially from back in the day. But the art is still good. It's just kind of missing a little bit here and there, but the art is good. The tone of this whole comic book is good. And if you're not familiar with the Hush, I don't know how big of a deal he was when he was first introduced, this particular villain. But a lot of people think that it's a serious one of those serious villains from Batman, and some people don't think that. But yeah. And also, if you're new to comic books and you want to get into something, start picking up this Batman. This is a really good introduction to like Batman and the tone and the flow and how Batman is. And these 2 issues give a particular narration of what happened to him, like a backstory of what happened to him and how he became how he became Batman, how he dealt with it, how Robin became Robin's, certain little things like that. And it kind of gets into that whole lore. So this is really good in that aspect. So that was that first issue where I'll talk about that one that leads into this one. Is basically that Joker is doing a criminal heist or polluting the river like he did back in the day. So he's doing the same crime. Batman kind of follows him, but he gets knocked out. And then you figure out that the Hush guy is manipulating or kidnaps Joker, where Batman actually has to save the Joker, and he kind of convinces it, or he makes it in a way where Batman, the only way to save the Joker's life is to take the Joker into the Batcave. And he kind of did this on purpose, with Hush doing it, all the, pulling the strings in the background, with Batman kind of like, man, like, I shouldn't do this, but he ends up doing it anyways. So that was that one issue, and then it leads to this issue where Joker's in the Batcave, and if you don't know, the second Robin, he becomes Red Hood, and he's like an anti-hero type of character. He's really badass. So it becomes where back in the day, if you don't know, the Joker killed the second Robin, and then he becomes resurrected by Al Ghul, and he becomes the Red Hood. So the Red Hood finds out that Joker's in the Batcave, and he's all pissed off, and he confronts Batman, and that's where the whole story is leading. Yeah, it's pretty dark tone. The art matches the style. Again, the art is really good. The color's really good. Transition's good. The whole premise, the whole story is really good. Now, I don't know how serious this Hush character introduction again to the whole Batman world is and how serious people are taking this. But yo, I liked it and I enjoyed it. Pretty good comic book. The Martian Manhunter, issue number 2. Oh, this is issue number 2. Yeah, okay, this was good. Again, like I said in my previous videos, this is not one of the characters that I really read back in the day, and I don't really care about Martian the Manhunter. But this comic book is, I'm giving it a chance. It's really trippy. The art is incredible. The transitions, the foreground, the background, how the artist manipulates the negative space of the art. Oh, it's fantastic. It's perfect. It's top notch. And it's all right. It's so good. The story and the whole premise, the overall thing, it's okay to me. It's not really grabbing me like, oh my God, like out of all the absolute titles. Yeah, but this was okay. I might get the 3rd and 4th issue, or just continue to get this title to see what the big deal is. Let me know what y'all think about this particular DC character, Martian the Manhunter. He's pretty cool, but I never really got into him. But the comic books so far is pretty badass. If you want some trippy, incredible art, get this. This is really good. Also talking about some trippy stuff. Holy cow. Okay, Assorted Crisis Events. Let me get this situated right quick. All right, this was talk about some trippy comic book. Wow, this is really good. So the overall thing is that these universes, or these dimensions of these universes, and time itself it's all craziness. It's all going crazy, and it's in a crisis where certain timelines are crashing into other timelines. So there's an overall story, but I think each particular issue is going to focus on smaller stories that focus on the bigger story. This was pretty good. It's about this particular dude. He works excuse me. He works at a meat or a slaughterhouse where they make meat from cows, and his job is to kill the cows, and he's killing thousands and thousands of cows. At the same time, he's dealing with his father's passing away, his relationship with his mother, I think a relationship with his firstborn child. And the transitions in this art style in this comic book is incredible. I cannot explain how great this is. It goes from scene to scene, from panel to panel, and it's like a time loop, and it makes you feel that way. And the dread and the seriousness and how it reflects today's society is top notch. This was incredible, man. This was badass. And the way that he's seeing his the birth of his child is like seeing the birth of his kid, seeing his own birth, the birth of a cow, and at the same time the deaths. And then there's the dinosaur that comes out of nowhere and kind of parallels to his timeline. So this is this guy's particular timeline that he's going through, and he's dealing with the overall craziness of this world that every particular person that lives in this particular craziness of this time crisis shit is dealing with, man. Yeah, this was really good. This is incredible. I highly recommend this comic book. I don't know how many issues are coming out, or this is gonna be a long going series, but yo, get this get this in your hands. This is really good. All right, so the really good comic books that came out that were really kick-ass, that last one was really kick-ass, but this was a really fun read. This was The Peacemaker and Vigilante. I didn't get issue number 1, but I got issue 2 because I saw it. Excuse me again. Yeah, but this was really good. Fun read, funny. If you watch the Peacemaker TV series, this reads just like it. This was funny. It's 2 stories, 2 styles of art. Each one was crazy looking. Each one was very fantastic. The wittiness, everything was funny. If you want a quick read, entertaining, laugh out loud, get this. This is really good. Another really good, funny story and comic book that came out was Moonshine Bigfoot. It's from Image Comics. It's issue number 1. This was really funny. If you know anything about Dukes and Hazzard, this read to me like Dukes and Hazzard. This was crazy. This is wild. This is out there. It didn't take itself too seriousness. The art is really good. The color is really good. The action, the panels, the splash pages were really good. Everything was really fun about this. This is another fun, entertaining comic book if you want to just have a good time, kind of laugh and get into it. Yeah, this is really good. It's about this particular Sasquatch beings that they had to save their kid. So it's like, you know, they hid their kid in the back of a wood truck, and the truck drove all across from the northwest to the southeast, somewhere in the country, and the baby falls out, and it's him, and it's picked up by these particular moonshiners, and he grows up to be a moonshiner. He has a girlfriend. He's driving like a Dukes and Hazzard type of vehicle, and he's getting chased by the cops in this particular town, and he's getting followed by these other people that are like Sasquatch hunters, and they're trying to prove that he's alive, to trying to capture him. And this seems like it's like a daily routine of his life, and he's just riding, chasing. They're chasing him. He's getting away. It's funny, man. It's good. It reads like a funny comedy sitcom. Again, entertaining. Get this if you want a good read, funny read. What really kicked ass was the Amazing Spider-Man. This was really funny. This was good. Issue number 1, where they introduced this new whole world of the Amazing Spider-Man. This is the second issue of that. It has to do the continuation where he did confront Rhino. Rhino got into he got poisoned, and his mind was all over the place, and he had a heart attack. So they saved Rhino. At the same time this is happening, I don't think Peter Parker knew that he got poisoned. Somehow he got poisoned. So he's hallucinating, and he's coming down to the effects of that. And he's dealing with that shit. It reminded me of something like what DC does with the fear toxin. Stuff like that in Gotham and shit like that. when it introduced like fear gas. Kind of reminded me of that. So he's dealing with that at the same time. He's trying to figure out what's going on with him. What happened in the overall story. Yeah, but this is really good. The art style is crazy good. It reminds me like a modern, contemporary, up-to-date par what's going on. I think a lot of people that are new to comic books and they want to get into something, this new Amazing Spider-Man series, get into this. This is a very good introduction to Spider-Man if you've never read a Spider-Man title. Yo, this is really good. This kicked ass this week. Another Spider-Man title that kicked butt. Oh my god. This shit was awesome. I got 3 covers. I'm going to share the other 2 covers with my covers of the week. But wow, this was good. So before the Predator versus Spider-Man, there was a Predator versus Wolverine, which was okay. When I got it, I was kind of disappointed. It was nothing what I was expecting. And then they had this other one called Predator versus the Black Panther, which I heard it was good. I never picked it up because I didn't like the Wolverine one. So I gave this one a chance. I think this was just going to be a money grab. Holy cow, I'm really glad it wasn't. This was really, really, really good. The art style's dark, is grimy. This Predator is crazy. It skins people and wears his body parts on it. It skinned this person's face and put it on his face. Oh, man. And the whole time it has a relationship with JJJ. And they trying to, and the city of New York is having a heat wave. The power goes off and the Predator's out there. Oh man, this shit was kick ass. 10 out of 10. Get this. Another crazy introduction to Spider-Man. The splash pages are crazy. The art was fantastic. Everything good was about this. And the one thing I'll say about Marvel, sometimes they come with this red band and they say, oh, for mature readers and mature audiences. And then they don't show nothing. It's like, what the fuck did you do that? It's just a waste. This one didn't have that red band, but this was mad graphic, violent, in a good way. Everything was good about this, man. And if it did have the red band, I don't think people would have taken it seriously. But I'm glad they didn't. This is really good. This is what comic books should be when it comes to certain comic books. When you have these 2 particular characters. This didn't fall short. This was good. Get this. All right, so we really kicked ass. I'm gonna talk about the G.I.Joe comic books. Let me just fix that because I can't get it. There you go. All right, so I got Silent Mission Roadblock that came out this week, and I got the Spirit that came out last week. If you know anything about the particular characters of G.I. Joe, Roadblock is one of the famous ones, or really well-known ones that people really like. This one kicked ass. He's on a secret mission where he has to save Lady J. This was really good. He's in the snow. Lady J's in the back of a convoy. He goes and attacks, help him. He's busting people out, busting them with the guns and blah, blah. Oh, it's crazy. All action, everything what you expect Roadblock to be. This was it. This was really good. Get that. Another one was Spirit from last week. Another character. This was pretty good. He finds a facility where this guy, they're having these crazy mech suits, and at first you think it's a robot, but then you find out there's a person inside this machine thing, and that's what that's all about. And he has his ego with him, and the whole relationship between them two and them completing the mission, also badass. G.I. Joe this week was kick-ass. This was really good. And the last really kick-ass read, oh my god. This whole Energon universe, you have to give it some time, because it's building and building and building, and it's getting better and better. And this is the issue where everything kind of comes together, and this is what you was hoping for. The other issue was so kick-ass too, that where Cobra Commander finally confronts Duke. And this did not disappoint. Oh man, everything's good about this. Action-packed. You don't have to know anything about no G.I. Joe from back in the day. Just read it so you could get into some good characters. Action-packed comic book. But they finally confront, and Cobra Commander is such a badass. They do him justice in this particular story with the new Image Energon universe, where Cobra Commander does not come across corny. He comes across serious, kind of scary, and Duke at the same time is a badass. The fight between these two guys, oh, badass. There was a point where Duke was holding a gun to his face while he was laying down, and you think he's out of bullets because it said click, but then he had one more bullet in the thing, and blast him in the head, but his thing reflected the bullet, and it shot right back at Duke. Oh man, they were just going back and forth. He loses a hand. Craziness. And the whole time his Cobra Commander has this agenda where he was doing everything on purpose, man. But yeah. Oh, get this comic book, man. If you could get the back issues of some of the Energon stuff, the Transformer stuff, the G.I. Joe stuff, everything. This all comes together. All those three titles kind of come all together in this one particular issue, because Cobra Commander does bring up the Transformers and all this other stuff. And spoilers or whatever, but homeboy has the Matrix with him, and that was the whole premise of the whole thing of his thing. He was trying to get hold of the Matrix, and that's where it holds, I think, the whole Energon kind of is gonna make the Energon universe, or make the Energon energy. Yeah, get this. I can't say any good stuff about it. Get it, man. All right, so next I'm going to share my old school finds, and I'm just gonna go through that, and I'm gonna get into it right now. Give me a second here. I'll try to get this. All right, cool. All right, so I just went comic book hunting, and I got some old school stuff. All right, so if you're back in the days, I think late 80s, early 90s, there was a boy band called New Kids on the Block. This was before NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all this other stuff. This, I think, what these guys started it off. I just happened to see a comic book of these guys, so I picked it up. Just for nostalgia. I don't know how much is that important it is, but it was crazy because I saw that. So I just picked it up. I've got Avengers issue 190, was back in the days 40 cents. I don't have a lot of Avengers, old school stuff, because of the, kind of hard to get every now and then, and the prices did spike up after the movies. But I found this one particular issue. I think I found it for like $1. So, badass. Okay, I found Spider-Punk. I just got this for this particular issue. I do have the very first printing and the very first issue of this particular character, and he was a big deal in the movie. So I got this because that is a badass cover. Also got the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't know how long ago this came out, but this is issue number 2. Also got it for the cover. I think it's just badass. Incredible composition, art, everything pops. All right, I found this thing called Remote Space from Image Comic Books. I don't know when this come out. I'm gonna make another video of certain from this one and another ones that I'm gonna read and tell you about them. But let me know if you heard of this and how good this was. This is a 4-part series, and I only found issue number 1. I found it without the plastic and board, so I breezed through it, and I was like, oh, this is something that definitely I'll get into. That cover alone is badass. All right, another one that I found was called Invisible Kingdom. I never heard of this either. It is from Dark Horse. I don't know how long ago it came out, but I found it issue number 1. I'm gonna read this a little bit later and tell y'all what I think about it. If you heard about this or the other ones that I'm showing y'all, let me know. All right, so I did find the 4 first issues of Southern Bastards. Oh my God. I read this back in the day from the library on a graphic novel. This was really good. It's about like college football and this particular coach that he carries with him a piece of wood that's from a trunk, and he beats the shit out of people, and he kind of controls the town, and it's on some gangster mob shit, but with like Southern rednecks style to it. Yo, it's really good and has to do with football. The dynamic, the art style, the griminess, the color, the transitions, the banter, the wittiness, the whole story. This is really good. So I found the first 4 issues. That was issue number 2, and this is issue number 1. I'm glad I found this. To me, this was a jewel. So if you're looking for comic books out there, if you haven't read this, read this. This is really good. All right, the last 2 comic books that I'll talk about that was old school was I found a whole collection of this classic illustrated comic books. And they're nice and beat up. They got foxing on it. Some of the pages are folded. They got ticks. But I think I found each one of these for $2. So the only ones that I picked up was Alice in Wonderland, which is pretty cool. And The Time Machine, which is like an old school story. They had a whole bunch of old school stories that this particular series covered. Like 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, stuff like that. Yeah, so this was cool. I thought that was a pretty cool pickup. So real quick, I'm going to do something new on the channel, and I'm going to open up a Pokemon pack. I don't know what I'm doing, so let me know what's up with this. This was already busted open. I got it, and I tore the top off because I don't know how to open these like the professionals do when I see these videos. So if I get anything cool or popping on this, let me know. But I'm going to start collecting Pokemon cards only because I'm collecting them for my daughter. My granddaughter. So I told myself I'm going to start doing it myself. Collect them. All right, so I'm just going to flip them over. I don't know if I'm going to get anything good. Oh, all right. Let me know if that's good. Do I got that backwards? There you go. But it's 170 hit points, so I guess that's good. But I'll just share what was in the pack. Later on, I'll open them up a little bit more professional like. And after this Pokemon stuff, I'll just share the covers of the week. All right, cool. Let me know if I got any kind of good Pokemon there. All right, so I'm gonna just share the covers of the week that which I thought stuck out this week, and then that's it for the video. Thanks again for visiting and listening. All right, so a lot of Wonder Woman stuff that I got. This is I don't know what printing this is already, but this came out this week, and it keeps coming up with better covers for Absolute Wonder Woman #1. Wow, I think that's just beautiful. I got that one. This one really stuck out to me. This was beautiful. It's one of the covers of the week for me. Wonder Woman issue number 7 came out. I didn't open this one. I got another one that I might open up and I read it next week. I'll tell you about it. But Wonder Woman Absolute is one of those good titles, and it gets better and better every issue. But this particular cover, man, was just kick ass. The way they do everything, they show how Wonder Woman is. I think it matches her Amazon type of presence, her beauty, everything. And this was one of the ones that really kicked ass to me too. And I got the Spider-Man, Predator versus Spider-Man. I got the foil one. I think this one really stuck out, and I got this one. This is a really kick-ass cover. Another one that was a really kick-ass cover was this one. This was incredible to me. Cover of the week was this one. It's badass. It's like realistic, but at the same time comic book-ish. It's just badass cover to me. And the last one, which was the cover of the week that really stuck out, that was the best one I think out of all of them, was this one. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 2 with Black Cat. I'm really into Black Cat, so that's what I got. All right, people, thanks for visiting. Let me know what y'all think. Have a good one out there, comic book heads. Take it easy.